Alrighty folks, we're back. It's all glued together, and mostly the glue is going to hold it there while I even up the edges. Now you can do this by hand. You can use a sander of some sort. I use a Dremel, but you know, whatever you use, make sure you're careful, and it'll all come out okay. So if you're going to use a power tool, make sure that the cords and stuff are out of the way. The Dremel's really old and it's starting to not sound so good, but I don't know how well you can tell. It's not even, and anybody that tells you that they can do it perfect every time is lying to you. So here we go. Anyway, you get the idea. It's already evening out nicely. So I'm just going to finish this. I'm not going to bore you with it and make you listen to all the noise. I'll be back after I'm done with that. Got it all evened out nice. Yeah. I'm going to go ahead and burnish it. And I'm just going to dye burnish. And when you dye burnish, I'll just show you a little bit of it here. You'll put your leather on. Now, getting the leather wet is going to harden the leather a little bit. So this isn't the final burnishing. It's going to get burnished a couple more times. But you know, you can see it's still pretty wet. Let it dry in a little bit, which doesn't take terribly long. And then just start rubbing with your canvas. The canvas will generate, you know, it's got a little rough texture to it, so it'll generate heat, and the heat is what burnishes the leather. But once it's hardened too, we'll be able to go over it and sand it again and really smooth it out nice. So you'll see that it starts taking on a shine to it. And really, I'm not going to get too much farther than that, because I'm going to be sanding it. I just need to harden that edge a little bit so that when I go to sand it for the final time, it's going to look good. Excuse me, I had a big dinner. So we'll sand it after it dries. We'll sand it again. In between there, I'm going to stitch it. Oh, excuse me. I'll stitch it. So, I'll get this burnished up. When I'm ready to stitch, I'll be right back. Alright, we're back with that. They're all burnished. Our finished sanding is really going to look good on this. So, we're coming along quite nicely. The next part, I'm going to make a stitch groove. I'm only going to make the groove on the front, because that's the part that really is going to take the abuse. The bottom is going to be against your body all the time. So the top is the part that's really going to take the abuse. I'm going to start down here at the bottom, right about where, just about to the end of my welt, and I'll take it up here just about to the end of the welt. So my groover's set at about 3/16 of an inch. And the grooving tool is just a matter of following the contour. I'm going to go twice along it, and the second time I'm not putting anywhere near as much pressure on it. I'm kind of just cleaning up a little bit. Pretty easy. Take my dauber, and I want to make sure I get down in that groove. I want to make sure I have it dyed. And then I'll just go ahead and wipe the final coat on the whole front of the sheath. Yeah, we'll go around the back too. What the heck? So there we go. We'll just let that sit overnight. You know, so stay safe and God bless, and I will be back with you tomorrow, I guess. And we'll get our stitch holes made. I will drill them just because this is 3 thicknesses of the 9 to 10 ounce leather, and you're not getting through that. My little punches won't even make it all the way through, so they come close, but not quite. So I'm going to go ahead and drill these. Again, I use a really small bit that's about the size of the needle that I use. So anyway, we'll see you tomorrow. So stay safe, God bless, and thanks for watching.